Does anyone know how oxygen is formed? Well, in the past we believed that forests used to produce oxygen, and until 2023, we believed that oxygen was produced only through photosynthesis. That was until, on accident, scientists discovered the production of oxygen underwater. With no light and seemingly no life, dark oxygen was found. For as long as humans have existed, we have longed to forge improvements to our lives. From stone tools to smartphones, we continue to adapt our technologies to our ever-growing societies. The definition of improvement has shifted over time to encompass discoveries, regardless of the seeming impact on human life. A very recent example of the discovery would be the discovery of dark oxygen, which has been absolutely groundbreaking in the world of biology and chemistry. Dark oxygen is the production of oxygen deep in the deep sea under extreme pressures. With minerals found on the seafloor such as lithium and cobalt, a reaction with the seawater can occur, splitting the water molecules from H2O into hydrogen and oxygen, acting similarly to a battery, in a process known as radiolysis. In other words, the water breaks down and produces oxygen in the reaction of H2O and the different metals under the extreme conditions. Another avenue that allows for the formation of dark oxygen is through the breakdown of gases such as chloride or nitric oxide. This is in a process known as dissociation. But what is dissociation? It's kind of like a winding river when it reaches a head. With two diverging paths, it simultaneously flows down both ends. Every atom has subatomic particles known as electrons orbiting it, which can be lost or gained. And when with protons, it can contribute to the charge of a particle. Dissociation is the simultaneous loss and gain of electrons during the reaction. When a particle gains electrons, they oxidize, and when they lose electrons, they are reduced. For example, in hydrogen peroxide, or H2O2, it can split apart to form H2O and O2, where the H2O2 is both reduced and oxidized to form the products. This is what happens to the chloride and nitric oxide to produce oxygen underwater. But why research dark oxygen through such deadly and demanding conditions? Why dedicate our society's limited time and resources to a discovery that requires so much time and resources to fund? Before we believed that photosynthesis was the only way to produce oxygen, but now a door has opened to discover life in places we have never even suspected. The unprecedented nature of this scientific discovery indicates unprecedented consequences. For millennia, humans have been baffled by the vast ocean, with over 80% of our oceans not even having been explored, let alone mapped. Why do we continue to push forward and research the ocean when there is so much more out there? Because we want to understand the ocean more so that we can understand our planet more. Let's revisit my initial statement of human ingenuity through tools. Stone tools such as an axe for foundational root protection. We have used these tools to defend ourselves against unknown creatures. Dark oxygen may not be related to our survival. However, it is essential for our observations of deep-sea creatures. Creatures we know absolutely nothing about. Previously, environments without oxygen are now indicated to be flourishing with underwater microbes that we can discover. This will be one of the many groundbreaking truths that will be used to advance our understanding of the natural world, and therefore ourselves. How many underwater mechanisms have we yet to discover? How many stones have been left uncharted? Like dark oxygen, we must find innovative ways to survive our conditions. It may be difficult to understand ourselves, but by focusing on fulfilling our needs, we can create unconventional and unique solutions to benefit our communities. Thank you for my talk about dark oxygen.